Have you ever wondered why life feels unusually tough, delayed, or full of unexpected changes, despite your sincere efforts and constant prayers? What if all of this isn't a setback, but a setup? A divine preparation for something massive that's heading your way. In this video, we'll uncover 6 powerful signs that Allah is preparing you for extraordinary success, the kind that transforms your life both in this world and the next. These signs are subtle, often missed, and sometimes even misunderstood as misfortune. But if you recognize them, they can bring clarity, peace, and renewed faith in Allah's perfect plan. Remember, Allah doesn't rush greatness. He builds it, step by step, within you, through patience, pain, and prayer. So if you've been feeling stuck, tested, or quietly evolving, this message is for you. Let's dive deep into these signs that show your breakthrough may be closer than you think. 1. Constant delays, a sign of divine timing. Delays in life can feel frustrating, especially when you're working hard, praying sincerely, and still not seeing results. But in Islam, we are taught that Allah's timing is always perfect. A delay is not a denial, it's often a hidden mercy. Sometimes we are not ready for what we are asking. Sometimes, what we want could harm us if given too early. So Allah, in His infinite wisdom, holds it back until the moment is right. These delays are opportunities for growth. They force us to reflect, to adjust our intentions, and to realign ourselves with tawakkul, true trust in Allah. When doors stay closed despite effort, it may be that Allah is protecting you from paths that would lead you away from your ultimate success. Delays also test your sincerity. Will you still pray, strive, and stay grateful even when nothing changes? That's when your heart is trained to rely solely on Allah, not on worldly outcomes. The more patient and trusting you become, the more prepared you'll be when that success finally arrives. So don't see delays as dead ends. See them as part of a divine process where Allah is crafting something better, for your dunya and your akhirah. 2. Repeated tests, training for a greater purpose. When you find yourself facing one hardship after another, it can feel overwhelming. But in Islam, repeated tests are not punishments, they are often signs that Allah is preparing you for something extraordinary. The greater your purpose, the more strength and resilience you need to carry it. And that strength doesn't come from comfort, it comes from enduring and growing through tests. Each trial polishes your character, purifies your intentions, and deepens your faith. Whether it's financial struggle, emotional pain, or personal loss, these challenges teach you lessons that no book or lecture ever could. They shape your sabr, patience, build your tawakkul, reliance on Allah, and remove any arrogance or dependence on worldly means. Sometimes, the very things that break you down are the same experiences that build you up into the person capable of handling massive success with humility and gratitude. Even the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, faced immense trials before receiving victory. Allah never wastes the pain of a believer, it's always serving a higher purpose. So if you're going through repeated tests, take heart. You are not being forgotten, you are being prepared. Stay firm, stay faithful. The hardship is temporary, but the strength it builds lasts forever. 3. Loss of people or comfort, clearing the path for growth. Sometimes, on the journey to success, Allah removes people, places, or situations from your life, and it hurts. Friendships fade, relationships end, or you may be pulled out of familiar environments that once brought you peace. While it may seem like everything is falling apart, it's often a sign that things are actually falling into place, according to Allah's plan. These losses can be a form of divine cleansing. Certain people may be holding you back from spiritual or personal growth. Their presence may distract you, drain your energy, or influence you away from your purpose. So Allah, in His mercy, detaches you, even if you don't understand it at the moment. Likewise, losing comfort or ease may push you out of stagnation and into action. When you're no longer relying on what's familiar, you're forced to rely on Allah and move forward. These uncomfortable shifts create room for better people, better opportunities, and better outcomes to enter your life. So if you've lost someone or something meaningful recently, pause and reflect. What is Allah making space for? Trust that these changes are not rejections, they're redirections. You're being guided to a future that requires a stronger, wiser, and more focused version of you. 4. Deep inner growth, becoming the person success requires. One of the clearest signs that Allah is preparing you for something massive is the transformation happening inside you. You may notice yourself thinking differently, becoming more mindful of your actions, and developing stronger emotional and spiritual maturity. These inner shifts aren't random, they're a sign that Allah is shaping your character for the success you're destined for. Inner growth often happens in silence. While others may not notice the changes in you, you feel it deeply. Your heart becomes more attached to the Deen, your priorities shift from worldly desires to pleasing Allah, and your ego begins to dissolve. This transformation is critical, because true success, especially the kind that is lasting and blessed, requires a purified heart and a focused mind. This stage is where you start to understand your triggers, overcome past patterns, and build resilience. You begin to respond with wisdom rather than emotion. Allah is elevating your inner state so that when success arrives, you're not only able to handle it but also use it responsibly. So if you're experiencing this inner awakening, know that it's not a coincidence. Allah is preparing you privately before He elevates you publicly. Growth inside always precedes greatness outside. Stay committed to this path. 5. Heartfelt du'as, a soul aligned with divine success. When you find yourself making sincere, emotional du'as, especially in solitude or at odd hours, it's a sign that your heart is deeply connected to Allah. These heartfelt supplications often come when words fail, but the soul knows exactly what it needs. This spiritual connection is not just a sign of need, it's a sign of preparation. Allah promises in the Qur'an that He listens to every sincere call. Call upon me, I will respond to you. Qur'an 40:60. When your heart is driven to turn to Him often and with sincerity, it shows that He is inviting you closer. This closeness is itself a blessing, but it also reflects a soul that is ready for more responsibility, growth, and purpose. Dua changes you internally. It softens your heart, builds trust in Allah's wisdom, and aligns your desires with what is truly good for you. Often, you'll notice that the more you make dua, the more clarity and peace you feel, even if nothing changes outwardly. That's because Allah is working on your heart before He changes your circumstances. So don't ignore your deep urge to call upon Him. It's one of the most powerful signs that you're being prepared for something great. Keep asking, and trust the response. 6. Small wins and blessings, early signs of a bigger plan. One of the most overlooked signs of Allah preparing you for massive success is the appearance of small, consistent blessings in your life. These may seem minor, an unexpected opportunity, a helpful person entering your path, or a solution appearing just when you need it, but they are not random. They are Allah's way of gently guiding you towards something greater. These small wins often come when you least expect them, and they serve as encouragement. They remind you that Allah is aware of your efforts and is slowly paving the road ahead. Think of them as stepping stones, tiny victories that build your confidence, strengthen your faith, and prepare you mentally and emotionally for what's to come. These blessings are also a test. Will you be grateful for the little things, or will you ignore them while waiting for something bigger? Allah promises in the Qur'an, if you are grateful, I will surely increase you. Qur'an 14:7. Gratitude for the small prepares your heart to receive more. So if you're experiencing progress in small, subtle ways, don't dismiss it. It's a clear sign that you're on the right path. Massive success often begins with quiet blessings that only the aware heart can see. If you're noticing these signs in your life, don't lose hope, rejoice. Allah is not ignoring you, He is preparing you. Every delay, every test, every inner shift is a step toward the success written for you. Trust His timing, remain patient, and keep striving with sincerity. True success isn't just about what you achieve, but who you become along the way. If this video brought you clarity or comfort, please like, share, and subscribe to Ascend Deen for more spiritually uplifting content. And remember, when Allah is preparing you, it's always for something better than you imagined.